Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your July 2025 reading. I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot, and we're going to have a look at your month for July. And of course, we're now in Cancer season, so that's the energy around self-care, self-nurturing. It's a water sign, so feeling more connected to your emotions, more intuitive, and it's a very introspective type of energy. Then on the 10th of the month, we have the full moon in Capricorn. So the full moon, of course, reveals to us things that we're not seeing about ourselves and our lives so that we can shift and change. And with Capricorn, the themes around Capricorn are to do with your ambition, your drive, what you're working towards, your work ethic. Then by the end of the month, we're moving from Cancer to Leo, and that's a very different energy. That introverted energy now wants to be expressed, sometimes in bold ways, in extroverted ways, and so there'll be a shift in your energy at that time. And of course, we've got the new moon in Leo on the 24th. So let's look more specifically on what's going on for you for the month. And I have meditated on your energy, and it's a very powerful month for you, Aquarius. Now, of course, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. But your signifier card for the month is the moon. Now, the moon is all about your unconscious, your deep emotions, your patterns, the programs, the delving into the unknown and the unconscious to see what's there. Now, the beauty of delving into the unconscious is we can see that the sun is in the background with the symbol of Yod. So that's the understanding that no matter how dark we go into the unconscious and what we see there, on the other side is the sun. And that always comes out because the unconscious can sometimes hold things that we're not comfortable with seeing or that we don't want to face. That's why they're in the unconscious. But with you this month, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on understanding what's going on within you underneath the surface. Now, it came out with the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is all so much in line with Cancer season because you're looking at the unconscious to understand how your deep emotions have been neglected or misunderstood or not acknowledged, how your Queen of Cups, your intuition, your emotional connection has been blocked or what's going on with it. And that has come in because coming into the month, and I'm looking at your reading, and there's a lot of emphasis around your feminine side. So that feminine energy that may have been at some point in time neglected, abused, misunderstood. And this month as a whole is looking at healing and restoring your feminine. Coming into the month is the World in reverse. So that's telling me that there's an end of a cycle, or something has ended earlier in maybe June or earlier in the year. There's been a change, something has ended, and that's why you're looking within. And which is always a good thing. It always helps us transform and change. And I can see that's happened because whatever you've discovered in your unconscious leads you to the judgment at the end of the month. So the judgment is all about having a judgment on something. It's like our life review. What we've come to understand of ourselves, then we can release it, let go, and start afresh. And for some of you, this release will be to do with the past, where your feminine has been damaged or hurt so that you can restore it and heal it. So that's a big transformation at the end of the month. And then you have with the Judgment card, the Queen of Wands. So that's perfectly in line with Leo. So your energy is flowing exactly with the astrology. Being the end of the month, in your Queen of Wands, feeling optimistic, feeling empowered, spiritually connected, driven, motivated, but in the receptive mode, in a really powerful feminine energy. So that's beautiful. We see the sunflowers of optimism by her head. And of course, we're going to delve deeper. But your conscious mind, how you'll be thinking for the month, is you'll be focused on the Empress in reverse. Now, again, this is a focus on, why am I not feeling abundant and fulfilled in my life? What is missing? I may have it on the external, or I may not have it on the external, but my Empress is clearly blocked. I'm not expressing her to her fullest, which is your ability to create, nurture, manifest, feel abundant, be able to support yourself and feel empowered. So you're going to be really consciously working that out by delving deep into what's under the surface. What are my patterns? In your subconscious is really positive. It's the Four of Wands. So this change is going to cause a lot of stability unconsciously. And that's great because, according to science, it's about 95% of our actions, our words, our thoughts and feelings come from the subconscious. So you're going to have a lot more stability by delving into what is in my waters, what still hasn't been resolved, so that your feminine can be healed. What can be helping or hurting you for the month is the Three of Cups. And this is really about staying in a state of optimism. So no matter what you see in the subconscious about yourself or the past, it's understanding, keeping your vibration high, doing the things that you love, still being in a state of optimism and hope, and enjoying life through the month so it doesn't get so heavy. Okay, so let's clarify your reading. So Spirit, can we please clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of July? Let's have a look at the moon. What cycle are they ending for the month of July? Can we please clarify? Actually, we'll clarify the world. Yeah. So you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this is where, maybe getting to the stage where you're just not feeling like your wishes are being fulfilled. You need a new renewal of a passion. Maybe you've been feeling stagnant. If your feminine is blocked, we can feel a lack of love, a lack of joy, and maybe you can't quite put your finger on it. And it's because you've ended a cycle and you're ready for this new cycle. But something has to be healed first so that you can move into your strong feminine under the surface. Can we please get an idea of what, or clarify the moon card? There we go. Three of Wands. So you have the Three of Wands. Now the threes are always about the action steps we take. And maybe you're not sure or not quite ready to take an action moving forward in life. Now I want to find out a little bit more about that. So sometimes, we can have a bit of resistance to stepping forward, stepping into a new opportunity. And I think you're trying to work out why you can't move forward. And you've got the strength, great. So again, this is really about, Aquarius, I think you're doing a lot of soul searching, because the Strength card is a really big spiritual lesson of understanding that I'm not my mind, I'm not my animalistic reactions. I can take control of them. I can look into my unconscious and to see why I'm having trouble with this new start. And I can restore my feminine of feeling spiritually connected, feeling my worth, feeling my value, healing the feminine, which may have been impacted by my past, so that I can move forward into the next stage with optimism, with confidence, and knowing who I am, knowing the direction that I'm going in. Okay. So, Spirit, do we have any advice? Okay. Yeah. So a lot of this will be really to do with, leaving the past behind, the disappointments, the things that maybe, it's time to move on from. And sometimes even when things are familiar, it's hard to let them go, even though we've outgrown them or we're feeling a bit battle worn. But there's something so much better. But this month it's about internally restoring that feminine energy. Okay. And is there any... Oops. Okay. Is there any challenge for Aquarius for this month? Is there any challenge that they need to be aware of? Or is there anything they need to do? Yeah. Okay, great. Yep. So bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So really getting in touch with your deeper intuition. So you could do that through, being quiet, stilling the mind, meditation, journaling, to get to understand this unconscious. It could be to do with writing down your dreams and analysing your dreams, because a lot of our unconscious can come through those ways. But posing the question first, why is this? Why is this not active in my life? And you have the King of Swords, so you're definitely getting the truth of it, which is great. You're getting an answer this month, an understanding. It's like he understands now and he knows what to do. Lovely. So can we get a future card? So what they can expect in the next month, in Leo, in August, just to give them an idea of where they're going. So the advice really is to take the time to understand what's going on, to delve deep, to realize this is really important, to understand your feminine, and taking the time to look into the unconscious. Great. Bottom of the deck, Magician. Good. So next month you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is moving forward and being really clear on what you want in a balanced way. So he moves forward slowly but surely. It's very grounded energy. So that's great. I think if you have been stuck in not knowing which direction to go, you'll have that clear by the end of the month. But this is a big inner transformation. So let's get a animal spirit card for you to see which animal will be supporting you through the month of July. Oh, there we go. Okay, you have Raccoon and Inventor. So we'll just get that in focus. raccoon and inventor. So the raccoon can be a bit of a mischievous animal. So decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. Okay. And that might be a message for you to think outside the box. Think of a new way of doing things. I think that will be more in Leo season by the end of the month. Now let's get a moon message for you. So can we please have a moon message for the beautiful Aquarius for the month of July 2025? Spirit, what is the message for Aquarius for the month of July? Oh, okay. You have South Node. Don't let the past hold you back. Exactly. Because I feel that, a lot of this is to do with healing the past that's still unresolved in the waters. And nothing yet is set in stone. So keeping a open mind, a state of optimism and dream of the inventor, being open to the possibilities of what could be through the month. I think, being very neutral, being open, not having a fixed idea of things will be really, it can open up to new ideas and possibilities for you. So what an incredible month. I'm going to call this reading Restoring Your Feminine, Restoring Your Abundance, Restoring Your Abundance. Lovely. So that is your reading for the month. I hope that guides you through the month of July. I'm sending you all of my love and light. If this has helped, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel more than you'd know. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.